really gives you a different perspective. So Kathryn Church is going to be joining me in just a minute. I know, I hear her. Here she comes. Come on, let's go. She's coming. Oh, she is coming. Well, come on. I want to see you do it. I'm going to try to match your energy right here. I'll go a little bit faster. I'm trying to pace myself, Kathy. Well, you just get yourself going. And while you do that, I've just found out I can do this, so we have to take a selfie. Okay. Oh. We have to document this day.
Let's see. Document this.
Gotcha? Love it.
I'm not walking yet though, so should I be walking?
Yeah, you can be walking. You can speed it right on up.
The incline up.
Oh my gosh.
We might as well, look, I'm only here for 15 minutes. I might as well get some glutes or something while I'm at it.
Yes, you can. All right. Well, Kathryn Church is here with me today, and when I tell you she does everything, so there is Rockingham Chiropractic, there's your insurance company, yes. There is the Reidsville Chamber. So have at it. Tell us everything that you do, Kathryn, while you're on an incline and I'm over here.
How much time do I have?
Take as much time as you want.
Oh man, well, okay, so you hit the things that I think most people know me as or have seen me, because I am in a lot of different places all the time.
Yeah.
So my personality is definitely not one to be in an office, sitting at a desk, or, you know, which a lot of people who are in insurance, that's what they do. But thankfully with my job at Rockingham Chiropractic Center of just doing all the community marketing events where I go into the schools, I do health fairs and golf tournaments and local coffee shops and hardware stores and stuff like that. That is like my office, you know, on most days. And then it gives me the freedom to be able to work from home with insurance. And by working from home, I mean working in everybody else's homes because I meet them there. So I feel like I'm out walking the treadmill. Well, I'm really trying to pace myself too, but I'm like, gotta get it.
You can do it.
So yes, I think that I feel like from like just a young age, like I just wanted to be a helper in some case. Like I just, when it came to friends and my family, I just really got satisfaction and joy out of helping people.
Yeah.
Whether it was with schoolwork or housework or raking somebody's leaves or, you know, it didn't really matter. It was just like, I just got such joy knowing that like I was being useful to somebody. And so in my adult life, my helping people has been looking like getting healthier with a chiropractic lifestyle and maintaining alignment so that when we're walking on treadmills and taking 400,000 steps probably today at least, then so they can be healthier in alignment, their quality of life is optimized, and hopefully their quantity of life is as well. And then with Medicare, it's a very complicated, crazy, chaotic, ever-changing situation. Yes. So when I'm working mostly with the 65 and over crowd, and some of my clients are in their 80s, they're very trusting of people that maybe don't have their best interests at heart, and they can be gullible. So I want to come in and help to make things simple, where they can look me in the eye and I can tell them like, hey, I can help you with this. It doesn't have to be as complicated and confusing as a lot of times it looks to be. And, you know, I try to undo the scams that people are doing when they call people illegally, or somebody just last week said they had an agent to show up at their house the day before unannounced. I was like, what the heck?
Isn't that a shame that
it is.
People will take advantage?
Yeah,
that is. And so don't forget the Reidsville Chamber. What do you do with the Reidsville Chamber?
So I think I need an award, because I think I wear my ambassador badge probably more than anybody else, because that's the only, there we go, Roy, he knows. I'm wearing this thing all the time because it has both my businesses on it.
Gotcha.
Because Dr. Thompson and myself are members of the chamber. And as an ambassador, and I could give so many plugs for the chamber. So I know Diane's coming on later. So Diane, I'm gonna plug the chamber big time, girl. So the chamber is like, it's the Chamber of Commerce, hundreds of businesses, not just in Reidsville, not just in North Carolina. And it is just a way to build the economy, to create community, instead of like competition and rivalry with businesses. So as an ambassador, my job is to represent them everywhere I go.
Right.
So just like in the Bible, we're ambassadors for Christ. So it's like, I want to be able to speak on behalf of them and to be a good witness for them. And I have just seen personally like how much the chamber has helped both of my businesses and just created this sense of family.
Right.
To where a lot of the chamber staff and chamber members, I see them more than I do my physical family.
Yeah.
You know, which is good and bad, I guess. But yeah, I mean, they really are just like family. I heard you and Flavel talking about how y'all can get emotional and shed some tears, and like I've literally shed tears with multiple chamber staff and members, and so I'm always trying to get people to join the Reidsville Chamber and get involved as much as you can.
Yeah.
It just makes a difference.
Well, it just goes back to how beautiful this whole community is and supporting one another.
Yep.
So you are definitely all over the place, and which I just think is the coolest thing ever. But you said some things about yourself, a helper, helping improve somebody's quality of life, all the things, the support of people, putting the truth out there, hopefully to not the misconceptions, not the scams.
Yes.
You know, if you don't watch yourself, you could come work for Ancora, because we do a lot of those very same things.
You know, I've thought about it because I know y'all always looking for volunteers.
Absolutely.
One of my clients just last week, she said, "Do you know of any volunteer opportunities in the area?" And I was like, "Yeah, darn tootin' I do." Yes.
Let me tell you.
So I told her, I said, "You need to get with Lynn and Flavel at Ancora." So
absolutely.
She's going to be calling you.
So listen, you've got a personal story that I want to hear. But before we get to that, since you're all over the community, I would love to know, what do you hear about Ancora Compassionate Care in the community?
One, what is Ancora?
Oh, uh-oh.
What is that? I'm like, well, it was known as Hospice of Rockingham County for 30,000 years.
Right.
And they changed the name so that it could be more encompassing of all the services that y'all provide. So as far as like, once people know that, it is just like everybody, 100% of people that talk about it is just like, I love them so much. They were a lifesaver. Like they were just made transitioning and everything in my family so much easier, so much more peaceful. I know that's my personal story of, you know, I don't know if we're wanting to get into that yet, but as far as
we can. Yeah, jump right on in.
Hearing in the community. I don't know if anybody has been on hospice care longer than my Gigi Ma. I'm pretty sure she was on for like 8 years until.
I don't know if it was quite that long, but it was
close.
Maybe off and on, I think.
Yeah. So my sweet Gigi Ma, Viola Allen, she finally went to meet Jesus the end of January of this year. Mm-hmm. So, you know, in a lot of cases, in a situation like ours, she had Alzheimer's for 13 years and then bedridden from a stroke for 8. And I think that's when hospice and, you know, now Ancora got called in. And most people, when you hear the words like hospice got called in, you know, it's like, okay, it might just be a matter of hours or days. Yeah. Not in our case. It was like, why is the Lord just letting her hang on? We didn't really understand because it can get very stressful.
Sure.
If anybody's ever had a situation where it comes to dementia or Alzheimer's, it's just a very slow grieving process that the patient herself knows little to nothing of what's going on. And, you know, didn't really know us there for the last 2 to 3 years. She would have vague memories and call us random names sometimes. But, it's just like, we could look forward to every week having a nurse or somebody from Ancora to come in and check in. And, of course, doing the protocol.
Right.
But so much more than that is being an emotional support for us as the family. We're called the caregivers, I guess, for our loved ones. And then y'all come alongside to give care for the caregivers.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Well, when we talk about being a supportive presence, it does include that whole group. We treat the family and the patient and the family as one unit, because it's kind of like Flavel said, a lot of times when you've been caregiving already for a while, right? But then you don't realize how much care you need, the emotional support that you need. As you're watching all of this. And, one of the things that I really just have to sing the praises of our whole interdisciplinary team. So, you've got the nurse, you've got the hospice aide, social worker, chaplain, and the volunteer. But those nurses especially have to be so good. Their clinical skills are off the charts awesome. But they have to be familiar with what the end of every diagnosis you can think of, what it's going to look like. Because a lot of times it's that preparation of the family so you know what to expect. For me, if I don't know what's coming, if I don't know what to expect, that is an anxiety that would just send it through the roof. So that's a large part of what they do, is helping to prepare as best we can. Obviously, we don't have a crystal ball either, but as best we can. So that education is part of that support. Because if you kind of know what's coming, hopefully not scary, not anxiety producing. So,
I feel like people that you hire or get as volunteers, like when you're putting the job description or like list of skill sets required, I'm like, well, you really have to actually be an angel. You have to be an angel.
I'll talk to HR about adding that to the bottom.
Because, you got to be able to just kind of swoop in and bring peace and clarity and comfort. And then fly away to your next person.
Well, when some people hear this, they might think I'm being a little bit arrogant, and I don't mean it that way at all. But we talk about this all the time. You can't be mediocre, no matter what your role is, and work for Ancora Compassionate Care. The community deserves that 5-star care, but we can't have 5-star care without 5-star people.
Right.
People that show up all the time.
And that's what y'all were talking about earlier. There's a reason why y'all are up high nationally ranked, because you don't settle for mediocre.
We cannot settle. I guess one of the things that I am so appreciative of as far as my experience with Ancora is that I was able to start at the bedside 24 years ago. Don't look at Flavel, because she can tell you, I'm sure, the exact date. Her memory for stuff like that is just kind of crazy.
It's impeccable.
But a long time. But I think that gives me a good perspective, what the community needs, patients, families, but also now what staff needs in my role. So, So what would be one message about Ancora that you want people to hear and understand?
On top of everything I said already, I would say that if people are still in their mind associating the word hospice and kind of the connotations that has with Ancora, to not think that when you hear Ancora has been called in, hospice care has been brought in, whatever, to not take that as a sad, negative thing.
Right.
Because I think that would be the gloom of hearing that.
Right.
I want people to think, wow, you're about to have some angels dispatched into that bedroom, into that hospital room. You guys are going to literally come in and change the atmosphere of whatever room that these sweet people are in, whether it's in the comfort of their home or, in a hospital or a nursing home or something like that. So I would want to say that it is a privilege and a joy for you guys to be asked to come in rather than something to be like
not to dread
gloomy and
Yeah. Well, that's a beautiful way to put it. And I'm a little bit biased, but I completely agree with you, because what we're setting out to do is to help that patient and family have the best last experiences that they can.
Yeah.
Let's improve that quality of life so you can be the granddaughter. You don't have to be 24/7 caregiver, right? And get completely depleted yourself, because
it'll happen.
It absolutely will happen.
So I told my mom about this today, and so she was the primary caregiver, POA Tammy, and so I told her, I said, if you want to come and just walk over there, you don't have to be interviewed, but I said, if you want to come and make a donation in memory of Gigi and just walk. I mean, she said that, just like you said, she was depleted and drained, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, all the things. So thank y'all for what you do.
Well,
and you got to stay fit and active. You are setting the example for your staff to daggone get on a treadmill for 12 hours.
12 hours. Well, you got to believe strongly in your place and in your people.
Did you see this done somewhere else, or you just thought,
well, I have to admit it to you, because he might be watching, but I did steal it with his permission. My brother did this in Eastern North Carolina for ECU's Health Foundation, so for their cancer center in particular. The first year he did it, he walked for 24. No.
24?
Second year he walked for 12. So he has been my coach as far as this goes.
I love it. I'm sure he's telling you to pace yourselves.
Probably.
Pace yourself.
Pace myself.
I'm still learning how to pace myself. I think I've gotten a little bit better. But you want to know a funny story?
Yeah.
So I know my
No, you're good. You're good.
You don't have anybody else after me. So you got me for at least 5 more minutes. The reason, because when you asked me to come, I was like, I think I'm going to Kentucky that day.
Yeah.
So I'm literally, when I leave here, I'm driving to Kentucky to go see the Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
And I am dreading that it's going to be like 7 to 7.5 hours. And I'm like, poor Lynn's going to be on that treadmill for way longer than I'll be driving to Kentucky.
Send me a text when you get there.
Oh my gosh.
I'll still be here.
I'll be checked into the Airbnb and going to dinner, and I'll be like, she still has 2 more hours left on that treadmill.
Oh, but see, that taps into my competitive spirit. So now I might have to do 12 hours and 1 minute just for calls.
Oh, hey. I'm sure you probably got on here at like 7:59 this morning.
Well, we did, but that was Roy's fault, but it's okay.
Roy, are you going to be here on 12 hours too?
He is the man.
You a trooper. I don't know what's harder, sitting and watching somebody on a treadmill for 12 hours or actually walking on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll figure it out. We'll let you know at the end. I'll give Roy a survey and see what he thinks. What do you think? I hope you enjoy the Ark. I have been. It is incredible.
I'm excited about it.
You will learn a ton.
Okay.
But one thing I'm going to encourage you to do when you come up, because it's like all of a sudden there it is, right? I mean, and it is built.
Can't really miss it.
You cannot miss it. Built, obviously, with the same dimensions, everything straight out of Scripture. But I don't want you to just walk up to it and go in. Stay a distance and just take that whole thing in.
Okay. I might even cry.
Well,
I'm a crier
I did
too.
cry. I am a crier. I cry every day.
Only thing that might get me going in sooner is if it's really cold. I'd be like, okay, they're going to turn into icicles.
This is true. But my favorite thing, because that's my favorite part of that story in Scripture, is that God shut Noah in.
Yeah.
And so when you're inside and you see that big door, just gives you chills.
I'm excited.
Yeah. I hope
if
you have
there's
an
a
awesome
flood
time.
around here this week, just know I'm gonna be on the Ark. Y'all better get right.
That's right. That's right. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much. You're welcome to stay and walk. You're welcome to get in your car and drive to Kentucky.
I know. Have I gotten to a mile yet? I think.
I don't know. You can stay on.
Funny story. I went to RCC for my associates before I transferred to UNCG to get a psych degree, but this is the exact same gym that I worked out in with the exact same equipment from like 2007, 8. So we're talking like 15, 16, 17 years ago.
Yeah.
Where's Dr. Cox? We need some updates on the fitness equipment.
She'll be here talking with me before long.
I saw that.
Yeah.
You have a pretty stellar lineup today.
Absolutely.
I feel nice to have been one of the front runners.
There you go.
Flavel.
getting it started.
We're front runners all the time. She's at about as many things as I am. I guess that's her job.
This is true. But being
All right.
out in the community.
I am going to get off of here.
Okay.
It says 1917, so I was like, I think 20 minutes is normally a mile. I'm only at
There you
0.8
go.
miles. I feel like that your mouth might get more tired than your feet today.
Probably so. But it is a good test of can I walk and talk at the same time. So that's,
Well, I didn't realize how much of a struggle it was going to be for me, but it might be because I could put this incline on.
well. All right. Good deal. Thank you so much. That was
Thank you.
awesome.